I think I did it.
What'd you do?
The one thing I haven't done in a while. I went and checked every single box, and I really hope everything works. Did the claps work? We're going to verify before we start do anything else. Uh-oh. Wait a second. Ah, there's the claps.
That's work.
The claps work.
Cross it off.
We'll cross that off the box. Let's see if the band is on. Band. That's good. I don't know. It seems to be working.
All systems go.
Guys, if this is your first time watching, the most powerful thing you guys can do, the most valuable thing you guys can all do to contribute to our live streams and the band, of course, is sharing the live feeds. Yeah, I feel like I'm a little trebly. I'll back it up a little bit. I like a lot of bass in my voice. It's just my style. It's my casting style. Guys, welcome to our channel. This is our page. Sepsis is a band. We're a hard rock and heavy metal band from Manchester, New Hampshire. Off stage, we're also streamers, content creators, and everyday people, Lex.
We are.
Have you ever heard that song, Everyday People by Arrested Development?
I have not.
We'll have to write that down.
Okay.
Yeah. It's the same band that has the skit, "We're going to play a game of horseshoes."
Love that.
I'm just
Let's play a game of horseshoe.
play a game of fucking horseshoe. Yes, you can donate to the band. You can donate, if you wish, to our live streams by donating stars on Facebook. Do you know what those are? Also, you can subscribe to the page here on Facebook, and if you're watching from Twitch, and of course, YouTube. Thank you for Immaculate Sean, aka ICG for Life, for joining the chat. Technically, he's a staff member, so we have to give him the stuff. Why isn't the stuff working? Yeah, zeroed it out. I've been doing a lot of that zeroing out lately. I got it. Yeah. I think we just, you know what I mean? You know, time takes its toll. Today and each and every Wednesday, we are learning, examining top industry stories, you guys, news, technology, and social media, Melissa. This is the only band page that is covering live music and news the way that we do. I mean, actually, the way that we do. The way that you do. The way we do it together. Simply put, we talk about the stuff and the topics, the stuff. You guys know what kind of stuff. We take on the challenges that your favorite bands are too scared shitless to do. We are teaching musicians and fans everywhere that music is not man-made. And this is a show about how people and music in the industry relates to the world. We're not journalists or reporters, but we do put the news articles and the information on the screen behind me so you guys can follow along. I'll show you that now. Ta-da! Look what we got today. We got some stuff today, Lex. Hans, thank you for joining.
Oh, wow.
Okay. There we go. I'm just squaring that up for you guys. So, yeah, there is a reason why we do that. Although we're not journalists or news reporters, my views, my opinions, individual ideas presented here live on the stream are presented to you for entertainment value only, and none of the opinions expressed by me here on the page at all during this live stream are a representation or reflect every single band member or staff member in my group. Yes, what does that look for? You've never heard me say that before? Are you messing with my lights? I noticed something was going on
I like
behind.
the pink. I'm not gonna lie. The pink looks
Hold on,
cute.
let me.
What about?
Is that better?
You like the pink? I
Is that
like
better?
pink.
I can't tell.
Oh. Gotcha.
Oh yeah, you're you have a delay. Good. I'm not sponsored by Headrush, although it is behind me. That's not why that's there. It's behind me because that's where I actually play the guitar and I practice there. So, any language or behaviors you guys find uncomfortable or offensive while experiencing any of this large multi-course meal, any images and programs, we kindly remind you that we don't do internet to you, we don't music to you, we don't porn to you, and no one is begging you or holding you hostage to watch this program.
No.
It feels so good to say that. All right, let's get to our first story of the day. I can't wait. I know you can't wait. Happy New Year's to you guys, too. Thanks for being here. All right, Lex. Facebook and Instagram to unleash AI-generated users no one asked for. There he is. Mark Zuckerberg's tech behemoth Meta seems less and less interested in the social aspects of social medias.
If only social media was as cool as meteors.
Social medias, right? So I love this. This is great, guys. Since burning through the tens of billions of dollars on its flop, the metaverse concept, laying off thousands in the aftermath of that gamble, tech giant Meta has strained to reinvent itself again, Lex. As a company poised to capitalize on the overhyped AI revolution. Last year, for example, founder and CEO Mark Zuckerberg unveiled animated AI chatbots modeled as alter egos of celebrities including Snoop Dogg, Mr. Beast, Paris Hilton, and Kendall Jenner. I feel like some of the tech folks are just unhinged and out of touch of what people want. And I think sometimes there is a distorted view. Okay? If you're a billionaire, you're looking through a different lens than you or I. If you're really wealthy and you're a billionaire, you're not looking through the same fucking lens, man. Not to be mean. But why would any billionaire think that we want to talk to Snoop Dogg all day? I just feel like they're really out of touch with that. Developers and app builders and AI developers are so fucking out of touch with humanity that when they believe so much in their machine learning and they believe so much in the predictions from machine learning that they haven't considered that this stuff hasn't worked out all the bugs. So sometimes machine learning predicts hallucinations, man. It never occurred to these guys that the metaverse wasn't going to work. If you're a billionaire, you can afford to throw shit at the wall and see what sticks, dude. Licensing the voices and likenesses of famous people did little to endear Meta to the younger demographics it wants to turn into loyal users of Facebook and Instagram. See, that's what I'm saying. Like Gen Z kids and Alpha kids don't want to spend their time on Facebook talking to Mr. Beast. Not even the real Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, no.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody does. People are over it. People are over being excited about popular strangers. unless they think they can get something from it. We will vote for people and we will fucking cheer for people if we think we're going to get something from it as individuals. If we think we're going to get cheaper gas prices or fucking eggs or free hip-hop music, then maybe. But there's nothing even in it. There's nothing in it for hanging out with old Snoop Dogg. No offense. Real Snoop Dogg, you can sit down and smoke a J with him. What the fuck are you going to do with artificial intelligent Snoop Dogg? Some crazy shit. Yikes. This move coincided with the debut of its AI studio, where users can create their own chatbots, included wholly fictional characters, or, in the case of popular creators who want followers to feel more connected, oh my fucking God. Quote, an AI that can message with your audience on your behalf, mimicking your tone and expressions. This is the opposite of what Sepsis is as a brand. For brands that are prioritizing authenticity and identity, boy, this doesn't fit well. But anyhow, now Meta is planning to take the next step, everyone, integrating these AI creations as Facebook and Instagram users in themselves.
Oh.
Do you understand what I'm saying? As reported by the Financial Times, the hope is that these semi-independent custom avatars will prove more engaging to the young people who are crucial to the survival of Meta's flagship social networks. They predict that you guys want to talk to fake people. The machines have told them that you guys all want to talk to fake people. I love this shit. Come on. And look, hey, I realize I'm not part of the majority. I could be sitting here with this fucking joke in my mind like nobody wants to do it. And really all of you want to do it. Do you guys know why they created AI in the first place? So billionaires can manufacture baby porn and not go to jail for it. Everybody knows the reason why AI is created is so rich people, developers, app builders could build fantasy porn and not go to fucking jail for it. Come on, you guys didn't know that? What the fuck else did they build it for? Let me help you out. If they have machine learning and they use machine learning to make predictions about what people want to do on the internet. Come on, guys. What do people do on the fucking internet? So if I had a machine that could predict what everybody was going to do on the internet in 2025, I bet you I can make a prediction. You guys are going to masturbate. And a lot of people are so fucking burnt out, they want to masturbate to shit that isn't even real. Their regular sex lives aren't real. So of course they want to masturbate to shit that isn't real. The reason why AI was created, same reason why the internet was created itself. To have a safe space where fucking coders and developers could do shit that you can't even recognize. Which is, why don't we have a competing internet? Why don't we have 2 or 3 internets that we can log in and out of? Why don't we have an internet for children and an internet for adults? Like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
That shit is crazy. The reason why they created AI, you heard it here first. The reason why they created artificial intelligence is so billionaires and coders could create photo hyper realistic high resolution baby porn and not go to jail for it and charge a subscription.
Awful.
That's why they did it, so they can make dragons have sex with each other. You could have sex with fucking Snoop Dogg's ball bag. A dragon can come and bite your tits off. I'm telling you, that's why they did it.
No, awful.
Everyone's like, holy shit, I never really fucking thought of it that way. Why do people use the internet? People don't use the internet to go to the fucking library or to read about Native Americans or slavery. People don't log on to the internet to learn or talk about what happened during slavery. That's not what people use the internet for. We don't use it to help out the climate. We don't use it to pick up trash. We don't use it to make friends in other far off worlds and languages and learn sign language. We don't use the internet to learn sign language. We don't use it to learn Braille or music theory. We use it to argue and masturbate and gamble and play games. And that's exactly what AI is going to do. What the fuck are you missing? What is everybody missing? How is everybody missing this? I don't know.
I don't know.
The prospect seems an unusual one for websites predicted on the idea of human-to-human interaction. While Meta's other AI offerings, including photo editing tools, a chat GPT-like text bot, and forthcoming software for producing AI-generated video, have more readily obvious appeal, it's far from certain that Instagram or Facebook, populated by virtual apparitions, would prove enticing to newcomers or satisfy long-term users. Like, imagine getting up every day and be like, oh my God, hold on, I gotta check my Facebook for my even faker friends. People that log into Facebook and Instagram already hate the fake friends that they fucking have. There's no fucking way that new users that have not tried social media are going to discover that there are even faker personalities available on social media and then be enticed to subscribe to this shit. People fucking hate this shit. We know people in our staff that have left social media for fucking good. They're never coming back. 'Cause of you motherfuckers. God bless them.
100%.
What do you guys think? Geo says, nudge, nudge. Access the AI network of Forever Friends for just $9.99 a month. Mark my words. No, I totally understand that.
That's awful.
I totally understand that. He ain't bullshitting.
We gotta do better.
Is the audio all right today? Is there any weird shit going on? All right. Just making sure. We've had so many surprises in the past. All right. Whatever the reaction, such change to the fundamental structure of Meta's platforms could be transformative. Recent months have brought a wave of alarm about growing attachments to AI. Who the fuck is getting attached to AI?
Like, and to this degree.
They said in recent months have brought a wave of alarm about our growing attachments to AI. I mean, who the fuck is writing this? What do you mean? So the Rolling Stone is writing this. Mike Klee. I don't know if that's a pseudonym. Somebody in the Rolling Stone has just admitted that he's
Attached to AI.
like, what? How though? What are you attached to? It fucking stinks. What is attachable to it?
Nothing.
I don't understand that. I think there's a very small amount of people that are addicted to social media. And what I mean by that is I think that the very smallest amount of people that post on Facebook are responsible for the most amount of bullshit that's posted on fucking Facebook. So why would anybody be seduced by the idea that going on social media is going to improve their life at this point by checking in with even faker friends than the ones that they had the last fucking 20 years that we've been using this fucking self-destructive bullshit? Thank you, thank you, thank you. What the fuck have we gotten from it? For hosting our stream. Like, I'm a company. This is a company page. We make podcasts and fucking pictures and shit. What do you do if you're a normal person using this shit? What the fuck? All right, enough of this. Hope the world's ready for it. Okay. This is weird. Map shows where child marriage is still allowed. Look at this. I mean, what the fuck? Look at this. Here's the map, everybody. Here is the map. I want y'all to see the map. I want to make sure that we see the map. There is the map. I want everyone to see it. Yep. Yep. And the only reason why I chose this story is because New Hampshire just changed its child marriage laws. So I just think that this is interesting because we can go to court. We can rush to court. The government will rush to court to ban TikTok. But we can't end homelessness. How can we
This
make
is crazy.
How can we how can we talk about banning TikTok? How can we rush to court to have a conversation on TikTok when it's 2025 and this is the child marriage laws by state? Now, here it shows in the lightest of light, child marriage is legal. In the lightest of light. Marrying children is legal in these states. I can actually, this is really fucking crazy. I can scroll on it. So let's look. I want y'all to look now. Stop fucking playing games with me. This is why we call this William versus the world. I want you guys to take a look. State of Maine. The legal age to get married in Maine is 17. Think what you want about it. I'm just showing you, motherfuckers. Now, it's interesting because in New Hampshire, the latest state to end the practice, Governor Sununu, who's leaving office later in January, signed a law banning child marriage last year, and it officially took effect starting in 2025. Delaware was the first state to end child marriage in 2018. Since then, more than 10 other states have joined in doing so. Connecticut, Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, Vermont, and Virginia and Washington. So, I just want you to see, this is in 2001 census. That's the map. All right, so we'll get to that. New Hampshire's child marriage ban went into effect on Wednesday, making it the 13th state to require people to be 18 years old to get married. Motherfucker, man. What the fuck? That's one of those situations where somebody must have been like, okay, is this the best we could do? It's hard to believe, New Hampshire, but that's right. Now, you have to be 18 years old to be married. I bet y'all didn't even know that. Child marriage remains legal in most states, many of which allow children as young as 15 or 16 years old to get married. A handful of states have no age requirement at all for marriage. About 300,000 children have gotten married since 2000. You heard what I just said? 300,000 American children have been married since 2000. All right. Advocates to end child marriages say that married minors are left vulnerable on multiple fronts. Obviously, geez. They face unique challenges in breaking out of poverty. They are left vulnerable to physical and emotional abuse, you guys, and may struggle to gain access to the systems intended to protect abuse victims, meaning they're being gatekept by their adult husbands, obviously. Let's keep it real. What we know, New Hampshire is the latest state to end the practice. Governor Sununu, who's leaving office later in January, signed a law banning child marriage last year. And it officially took effect starting today. Delaware was the first state. This is kind of cool. Delaware was the first state to end child marriage in 2018. That seems way too long, but somebody had to do it. Since then, more than 10 other states have joined along. Maine is now the only northeastern state that allows minors to get married. It allows 17-year-olds to be wed. It raised its minimum marriage age from 16 to 17 in 2003. Come on, Maine, let's do a little better than that. Oh, that's not good. Damn. Well, they got to do better than that. Let's just go with that. What? That's crazy. All right, 4 states, California, Mississippi, New Mexico, and Oklahoma, still have no age restriction on child marriage. Shame on y'all.
What?
According to Unchained, that's really something else, you guys. According to Unchained, you guys, this is Newsweek, too. This isn't like I'm reading from, like, Mad Magazine or something. According to Unchained at last, there were at least 215 minors, some as young as 13 years old, who were married in New Hampshire from 2000 to 2023, dude. That's shameful. Wow. That's crazy. Well, I just thought that'd be interesting for all of you adults out there that thought you were doing a good job. That's just one of those moments where you go, okay, like, I don't know, like, you hear people talking about, oh, do it for the kids, let's do this for the kids, and let's do that for the kids, and every time somebody wants to make a strong point, they always throw the kids under the bus, We want to do this because of the kids, and what are we going to do about the chemicals? Oh, the kids, and what are we going to do about later on? The kids, and what are we going to do about seatbelts? The kids, and later, when everybody wants to make a strong argument, or people want to seem responsible, everybody goes, the kids, we want to do the right thing with banks because of the kids. We want to do the right thing with pollution because of the kids, and we need to do this. But what the fuck? What the fuck is that? Makes you wonder. Very strange. Yeah. Oh, shit. Geo said, now compare that to the map of the age of consent and look at the political circus taking place. I don't want to look at it. I'm terrified. Melissa's over there laughing at me. I don't want to know. Some things I don't want to know. Stick me back in the Matrix. Boop, boop, beep. I want to play rock and roll and eat pizza.
Bless you.
I'll be lucky now not to have you finish the podcast. I might sneeze 15 times. I don't know, guys. That's fucking crazy. Okay, guys. How about this one? One more song. Do we really need encores anymore?
Oh my gosh.
Geo, weigh in on this. Do we really fucking need them? Like, do we need encores? Encores have long been an established tradition in live music. Yes, regretfully, even for local bands, for regional bands, for amateur bands, fucking karaoke. People do encores and karaoke.
They do encores for karaoke?
Don't look at me like that.
Someone's doing karaoke and they asked for an encore?
Karaoke, okie dokie.
Whoa.
So, encores have long been an established tradition, but are they really necessary, especially for local bands? Scene Queen, Boston Manor, and The Wonder Years reveal how their shows end by mixing things up a bit. That's her right there, I guess. We all know the drill. The band says it's their last song. They walk off stage. The lights go down. And the fans start chanting, Van Morson, Van Mersung. Huh? Soon enough, they're back to knock your fucking socks off one more time for a few. And once they've played their biggest hit, then the show ends for good. That sounds like a Zachy B throwdown. No?
A Zachy B throwdown?
Yeah. Encores are a staple of gigs and have been for years. But there is some awkwardness around them. Bowling for Soup compared bands leaving the stage to Peekaboo but for adults, while another viral post described them as the band asking fans to beg.
What? I don't like that. If you have to beg someone for an encore, that's not an encore, and it defeats the purpose of an encore. Encore is supposed to be like, yes, we love what we're hearing. We want more. We want so much more. The entire stadium in agreement is wanting this more. And you have to beg the audience for an encore?
So,
No.
Melissa, are you listening to this? I think there's a little bit of a disconnect between the social media, internet culture, the hyper-focused echo chamber of the comment section, and the people that are downstage watching the show. There's a disconnect between the social media chamber and the real audience that bought tickets to the event. The people in the comment section seem to forget that most of the time the physical audience is responsible for buying tickets to the show. They wanted to be there. So them getting an encore for them is a bonus. I think people that are in the fucking comment section don't realize that. Like if you're on social media running your mouth about encores or how terrible Linkin Park is now, I think you're forgetting that like there's an arena of people that bought tickets to this that don't give a fuck what you're commenting about. It's almost like when people talk about our VIPs. Think of how many people have been critically opinionated or given us feedback about our VIPs and never bought one. Think about people who are critically acclaimed or giving us feedback about our live shows and never physically been to one or met us in person. Think about the people who are passionate or feel strongly about ticket prices or VIP experiences, but can't describe one to you. They're not fans of it. Let's keep that in mind. A lot of the time, now I definitely get what Lexi's saying. In the local scene, you got 5 bands on a bill and they all want an encore. You're fucking up the set times for the stagehands in the bar. That's different. I don't know, like Bowling for Soup or whatever. I don't view the audience members that bought tickets to, say, a Disturbed concert, right? They spend all their money buying these high-priced tickets. They get a hotel. They drive 200 miles, right? They take a whole weekend off. It's a $1,000 investment. I'm not begging for an encore. I fucking demand it. No, I don't demand it. But it would be nice if I got one, right? Because I paid the $250. I got my ticket. I went to the hotel. I invested a moment of my life. if I was downstage, when did being a fan become such a thing that we look down upon? Like, when did cheering for somebody become begging? When did rooting people on become dick riding? Now it's like being a fan of anyone, being in a relationship, being at the right job, meeting the love of your life. You're always paranoid or poised and postured for the next person to come around the corner and challenge it. Like, what the fuck? I know how I spent my ticket money. I want to see the band. If I start cheering for them, there's somebody in a Facebook comment that's going to say I'm a dick rider. Right? We just live in a time now where it's not cool to like anything. If you're under 35, you're not allowed to like anything. You ever notice that? And some of you old farts are catching on too, because you guys are a bunch of wannabes and can't appreciate your maturity. I'll write that off to immaturity, as you already know. Let's see what the comments are saying. Gio says, encores are the demand of the crowd. Damn it, he's good. I didn't even read that before. Thanks, Gio. That's what I'm saying. So I like this. Hans says, I love encores. Steve says, I just want to go to fuck home. I don't want to hear encores. I respect that. Like some people that got their tickets, they want to know what they're getting. A lot of people like encores because they can beat everybody out to the parking lot and leave. So people go, fuck yeah, they're going to do 2 more songs? I'm fucking out of here. You know what I mean? I just watched them for 40 minutes. I feel good. How long will you want to watch a band for, realistically? Like for you, what's your cutoff? Like give me your favorite band right now. What's your favorite band right now?
My favorite band right now.
Just right now, yeah.
Is a dad rock band.
It doesn't matter. You can like anything you want.
Death Leppard.
Okay, fine.
I'd watch them for 30 minutes though, 20 to 30 minutes.
I mean, that's a band you could see today still. Did you know that?
That's so cool. That's cool.
We can go see them.
That's dope.
You want to open up for them?
Hell yeah.
All right.
I wouldn't want to see him for over an hour. No. To me, that's too much. That's too much of one thing. I need more if I'm going to spend the
I'm
bread.
too hyper. I don't want to hear Sepsis for 40 minutes.
No.
I don't.
20 to 30.
My favorite, my favorite shit is like you either on a Sepsis binge or you crack off a few songs and bounce. That's it. I really feel like that. Like either you're a super fan and you love that kind of music and there's a particular person for that. Otherwise, I think some bands, especially some of the more intense bands or unique bands, I'd say we're under the unique category.
Oh, for sure.
I think bands that are really unique, I think should get on, make an impact, and then leave a little bit to season.
Definitely. That's why I said 20 to 30 minutes. Tasteful.
Holy shit, Steve said, I will be back. I just got a fire call. Holy shit.
What? I hope everything's okay.
Hopefully everybody's all right. Gio says, as a spectator, 1 hour tops. As a supporting spectator, 1.5 hours. As a swarmy, I ain't done yet. No, I know, I'm with that. That makes sense. No, that makes sense. I'm with that. That's kind of like how people feel at Swarmy Fest. You know what I mean? That's why we do the whole weekend. That's why we play all that music, because we know we're only going to do 40 minutes. So that's why we do another set, because we know it's fun. It's for the people who want to go crazy. Thank you for giving us the multiple tears in that, Gio. I needed that. This is for you guys. New travel requirements taking effect in 2025 for domestic and international destinations. Real ID for boarding domestic flights and other must-know travel requirements. This is important, especially, this is why I read it here for our band members. That's why I have this. Whether your New Year's resolution is to finally book a dream vacation or put some points to good use and fly to a new destination, there are some travel requirements taking effect in 2025 that everyone should keep in mind. How to get prepared and why it matters. The Real ID. Americans should make sure their identification is up to date sooner than later this winter, because starting in May 2025, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security will enforce the Real ID at airports. Very important, Sebs' bands and other bands that are bans. U.S. travelers must be Real ID compliant in order to board domestic flights. Read more about the requirements to see how to obtain one. Then there's some other stuff about the UK and just different protection stuff. So there you go, guys. You heard it from me. I was going to do this, but I'm not gonna. So here's an interesting story here. No sympathy. Internet divided as 67-year-old woman loses life savings to Keanu Reeves romance scam.
What? It's a romance scam?
Catherine Goodson, a 67-year-old woman from San Diego, found herself living out of her car after falling victim to a romance scam involving Keanu Reeves, the same one she once warned others about. Goodson lost all of her savings to a fundraiser impersonating the beloved actor, sending him more than $60,000 in funds via direct deposit gift cards and cryptocurrency, fully convinced she was actually corresponding with Keanu Reeves. Oh my gosh. So, here we go. Here we go. It wasn't the first time that she had fallen for a scammer pretending to be her idol. However, as in 2022, she sent $500 gift card after texting with a criminal, but cut communications after she heard his voice. The scammer was not alone, as they usually never are. Guys. And taking notice of her vulnerability, he forwarded her contact information to one of his colleagues. A lot of times, guys, when you're scammed, they take your information and they pass it on to new killers. Colleagues who are more closely resemble the actors, deliberately building a relationship for the next 2 years. They built the relationship over a long period of time. A fucking regular characteristic of psychopathic trolls and people that are trying to come after romance scams and schemes. Guys, make sure you're not one of them. I was lonely, Goodson said. That's what they all say. She was lonely, she said. When the team of scammers found Goodson, they found the perfect victim. A good person with a broken heart. The 67-year-old lost her husband. Damn. They're really terrible, these motherfuckers. That's really mean. So she lost her husband in 2007. His departure left her with a pit in her chest that she longed to fill with affection. Her desire eventually turned into desperation, making her unlikely possibility of Keanu Reeves falling for her too good a fantasy to pass up. After she turned down the first impersonator in 2022 and posted a warning online, a second one followed up with a message. The man claiming to be the real Keanu Reeves apologized for the earlier scam, saying that he felt awful about her being duped. The pair then began exchanging messages, with the scammer slowly but surely grooming Goodson into believing that he loved her, speaking to her daily and comforting her during difficult moments over the span of 2 years. She said, "He wanted to marry me," she said, explaining how she started developing feelings for the man she believed to be Reeves. Goodson sent the criminal tens of thousands of dollars through different means. Sometimes she believed that she was helping Reeves, and others that she was covering for emergency expenses for his management team. Guys, this is all the regular same tactics. If you have any older ladies or lonely people, this is the time of season when it happens. In the seasons of winter, these are the times when these scammers are out there working these girls the most. And it happens at every age. It happens especially to teenagers, young girls, and old ladies. While her losses have been financially catastrophic, the 67-year-old explained that she felt she was stolen of not only her savings, but her dignity as a human being. A professional specializing in romance scams explained how the scammers have developed an intricate method to prey on vulnerable people, you guys. Ooh, they're showing some of her wire transfers here. It's really tough to see. Yes. Oh, man. This is not like any other type of financial scam where they get your money and then they're done. They rob you the very essence of what makes you human. The method is employed by cults, by sects, involves individuals in crucial practices, love bombing, and isolation. Guys, isolation is the key. Remove the friends, remove the job, remove the family, and know where your victim is at all times. That is the goal of these scammers. That is the goal of these predators. It's called love bombing, and they do what they do. It's just showering you with attention and affection to disarm you. The attention is then followed by a request of money, usually in the form of gift cards, cryptocurrency, Cash App. Very rarely traceable money. Very rarely responsible. Goodson was content to live her fantasy out, where Keanu Reeves himself loved her in secret. That's another thing, guys. These poor ladies, it's not like they meet these guys and then they go Facebook official. You know, what do you do when you normally get a girlfriend? You get a boyfriend or somebody, right? So, you know, if you got a daughter, you got a young girl in your house and she's saying she got a boyfriend and they haven't been Facebook official, they haven't done the things that the majority always does. And I mean, why do people do it in the first place? Because other people are doing it. So why aren't they doing the stuff that other people are doing? If you notice people isolating with these people, something's up. Things took a turn for the worse when her money finally ran out. Messages became outright hostile, insulting, shaming, and attacking. That's the same thing, guys. When the woman can't give their attacker money, out comes the hostile, the insulting, the shaming, and sometimes this turns into crime. It was a mess, Goodson recounted. Finally,
let us make no mistake, Commander.
Oh, thank you for the raise, you guys. I didn't know you could still do that.
You're getting rated right now?
Great, yeah, it was great. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Welcome to the program. However, things took a turn for the worse when all of her money ran out and he started insulting, being hostile, shaming, and attacking her, she said. It was a mess. Finally accepting the reality of the situation, it was mind-boggling to the point where I didn't even know my head from anything. The disorientation and the confusion is part of the tactic, you guys. Despite the emotional and financial toll, Godson said that she wants to share her story in hopes that others don't fall for similar scams in the way that she did. And that's exactly why we are reading it here today for her. She goes on to say, this is nothing that hasn't been done before to make me feel any worse. And that's exactly why we're reading this, because this happens to women all over the place on the internet. And we feel that it's important to share with you guys. Her case is part of a wider trend. Romance scams cost Americans $1.1 billion in 2023. Girls paid sick men $1.1 billion. Next year, it was even more. I've got 29 miles of gas left in my car, she says, and that's the lowest I've ever seen before. Damn. Hi. The majority of older people lack a deep understanding of technology and the dangers it can bring. I'll say that with the young girls too. Let's replace that with young girls. The young girls and teenagers also lack a sense of maturity and lack a deep understanding of technology and the dangers that the internet can bring. Morgan goes on to explain how, in such cases, simple awareness is just not enough, as scammers are known to exploit the feelings of emptiness and loneliness of their victims, exemplified. Public institutions should be educating people on these issues, as we are here on the sepsis page, and banks especially should take responsibility for providing this knowledge to older adults to prevent the potential fraud, like I am doing right now. It takes responsible adults to talk about this stuff, guys. That's why I'm taking the opportunity to do so tonight. Also stresses the importance of creating support networks, like this one here in sepsis. Networks for older adults in communities, like ours in the Swarm, where you can ask questions, get clear answers and direct answers. This way, older people will have the access to reliable information, allowing them to feel more secure when navigating the digital world. And lucky for all you guys, I have lots of friends throughout the years of working online, and I have tons of PDF files and support groups and literature on this if anybody wants to learn more about any layer or aspect of this or online abuse. I have a ton of literature. You can see me and inbox me anytime. I've saved it for such an occasion. According to the expert, the ever-invoking nature of internet scams means that both public and private institutions should participate in educating the public about the issue. But social media, dating sites, and other places that benefit from social apps, dating apps, and romance scams do not. It's not like you join Plenty of Fish and people bother to read how dangerous dating is online. No, they're just horny and lonely. When people are horny and lonely, they don't read the contract. They don't listen to their friends. They don't listen to their parents. No sympathy for this woman. Goes on to say, quoted, how many times do these women need to be warned? Don't be so desperate, one user wrote online. Interesting. Another said, it takes a special kind of dumb, quote, to think that a globally adored action star would be cruising through Instagram and spotting your latest post saying, finally the one, and she's offering financial support. Seriously delusional, another had argued. So I have a different take on that. I believe people are on the internet trying to look for their black swan. I believe people on the internet have been sold an idea that going on the internet you might find $1 billion bill. I see when people say that, when they go, it takes a special kind of dumb to think that a globally adored action star would be cruising Instagram. No, global stars do cruise Instagram and fuck girls. They do. They absolutely do. And when they don't, they have their staff cruise for them. They do. Why? Because we know them. We've got them hotels before. We've gotten famous rappers hotels. We've done things like this before. We know what they do. Romance scams are so rampant, it's incredible that she didn't know about them, one user said. I don't buy that. What do you girls think? Another commenter said, lonely people are just perfect victims for scammers. It's just a sad reality. That's how
if that's how you portray yourself out in social media world or to others, that you're this lonely person, then yeah.
That's an interesting take. What do you guys think? What do you guys think at home? Just passing through. Hey, what's up, Savage Panda? What's going on? Much love, much love. Only Frox, what's going on? Thank you guys for the raid. Anyways,
I also think there's more to it than just being lonely. Like, what if you're bored and you're just chilling? Like, you can still be subject to it.
That's the boredom and loneliness is like the kind of like.
Oh, they intertwined into one thing.
One could say they depend on each other.
That makes sense.
You ever heard the time? You know.
Misery loves company.
Yeah,
it's kind of like that.
It's right, and
gotcha.
Right.
So they're like sad, depressed.
Right. right? There's a reason birds of a feather flock together.
Right.
You
You're
know,
lonely. You're gonna
right? Yes,
Gotcha.
the devil's hands is the idle playground. Whatever the fuck they do.
All those weird sayings.
Right. You know, don't start no shit, won't be no shit. Right?
Yeah.
There's
it's
when
like
there's
that.
all kinds of
It
ways
is
to
like
say
that.
it. It's like,
But it's the same thing.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Gotcha.
if you're a boxer, you'll probably get punched in the face.
Well, yes.
That's not karma. That's not.
No.
That's not a supernatural
No.
fucking universal force. That's you're throwing your head in front of people's fists.
Right. You're boxing.
Right. The math just went up.
And
Like if you don't, like you might get punched in your face at some point in your life, right? Like that could just happen by default, right? But if you were one of those people and you're like, I don't really want to get punched in the face, then you shouldn't become a kickboxer. See how you could do that? You could just eliminate some of the opportunities of getting punched in the nose right then and there. And with that, I love you guys. See you next Wednesday.
Bye.